Come with me to Seattle, Washington. It's my first time visiting, and it was for a short trip, but take a look at what we did in a short amount of time. I chose Seattle because I was traveling with my husband. He took a cross-country trip on Amtrak, starting in Seattle and ended up in Boston, so I flew and met him in some of the locations. First, let's take a look at where we stayed. We stayed at Level Seattle, South Lake Union. There are a few different Level hotels around the US, and each property is different, but what's consistent among the properties is it provides a home away from home. So you see a lot of suites that are similar to apartments, and I really enjoyed this. This property has a lot of different amenities. A lot of the rooms have balconies. There are a few different pools and a karaoke room and like a game room. And there's also an extensive clubhouse, not pictured as a full basketball court, a large gym, as well as the gym has TRX and also Peloton bikes. For our first night, we went to a baseball game, the Seattle Mariners, at the T-Mobile Park. And if you're a T-Mobile customer, you can enter through a certain entry and also have access to certain things before the game start. This is one of my favorite baseball stadiums that I've visited so far. Here is the bullpen that you could go to, and it's called the T-Mobile pen, but you can see the pitchers practicing. The next day we headed to the public market, and this place gets crowded pretty early. There's different places to go to, but mostly food places. Here at the Pike Place Fish Market, you can see them throwing fish, and it's pretty popular. It happens every so often, but you can tell when they're about to do it because people gather around.
That's what you tried.
And this is the first Starbucks, which drew a pretty big size crowd. I'm not a big Starbucks fan, so I just took a picture. After that, we went to Chinatown. And there's also a food hall in the same area. Just wanted to see what it was like. And then my husband headed on to start his trip on the train, and I went to see the Space Needle, which is one of the most popular attractions in Seattle. So I headed to the top to get a view from the observation deck. And the Space Needle is home to the first revolving glass floor. So The revolving glass floor is right there near the bar. There's a bar, and you can see the floor slowly revolving. Afterwards, I headed to the Chihuly Garden and Glass, and you can buy a ticket that includes access to the Space Needle as well as this museum. I would definitely recommend it if you have the time. It's so beautiful in there. And they also have like a restaurant and bar right on the Chihuly, and it was okay to me. Afterwards, I headed to the Pier Miners Landing, and they have a few restaurants in there as well as an arcade. And further down on this pier, there's a lot of places to buy souvenirs. I stopped for food at the Crab Pot. I actually wanted some fish, so I got some fish. And surprise, I went right back to the Space Needle because I wanted to see it at sunset. And initially I just went straight to the top of the observation deck, but I went through the entry and saw the different ways, and then I got a seat at the bar so I could see it revolve, so I can see the city. And it's first come, first serve, so I was able to get a seat, which I was glad, but it definitely was packed in there. So out here at the Space Needle, it's like almost kind of like a castle. Like the sun is still setting, as you can see, and I don't know, I'm just having a good time here. And one thing I really like is the pictures are free. They took a picture when I initially came in. You can choose your different backgrounds and have them emailed to you. And I like that it's free. Some of the other places make you pay. Here's how my photo turned out. And the next day I headed back to the pier. This is actually Pier 55 for souvenirs. I did want to fly my drone, but it was a little too packed for me. So I've been exploring Seattle now, and I'm trying to see as much as possible in a short amount of time. I'm a little thrown off with the time difference, and so I might look a little tired, but now I'm headed to Ballard, which is a different neighborhood in Seattle. So I decided to treat myself and come out to Ballard. As you can see, there is a nice view. It's nice out there. You can actually see Seattle, as well as you can see a volcano, Mount Rainier, from Ballard, but this is of course using my drone. The ride to Ballard was about 30 minutes from Seattle without traffic. So it was a little more relaxed compared to Seattle, and I just had a short amount of time before my flight, so I decided to have some food on the water. It was amazing, but it was so hot sitting on the edge. This was prime seating though. I got the food. It was just okay to me. I think the hype is definitely the view from the restaurant. And before heading back to Seattle, I got a few more drone views. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more travel videos and things to do around the world.